What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about Lucid, I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what is really moving it, and the latest in speculation associated to Lucid's Gravity unveil. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. Starting off, Lucid is down 0.75%. A lot of volatility though, so 333 the low, 339 the high. And the broader market is largely pulling back, so Lucid is doing rather well. You do have a couple of big buys that happened first thing, so 727,000 and then 418,000. Why institutions are buying, I'm not really sure, especially considering there hasn't been any news, no SEC filings, nothing like that. So maybe they know of something coming out. So I'm going to talk on that in a second. But aside from that, though, you do have shorts really trying to suppress Lucid. So they're starting to increase, which is causing the price to go down. In case you guys don't know, by shorts increasing, they're adding selling pressure. But shorts are increasing 291,000 shares so far within the first 1 hour. 28.33% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 253.93 million shares overall are being shorted, and then cost to borrow average is 5.47%. So yeah, it's a very crappy scenario to have shorts lingering, and most likely they are piggybacking off of A, like I said, the broader market, and then B, possibly this. So I want to give a shout out to this individual, so 𝗖𝗓𝗧. He said that Lucid deleted the final validation video on YouTube. So when it comes down to it, I actually didn't even look at that. I didn't watch that video, but popping over to Lucid's website, you see last one being episode 14, prepping the factory Aurora Green. So yeah, it doesn't actually show any new episodes aside from that. So the 15 was taken down, and you can tell that it was posted last Wednesday at 4:15 because of the Lucid owners forum. It shows Road to Gravity episode 15, proving ground's final validation. So in reality, I think whenever a company, any company, does this types of actions, so removes PR or a video, it makes you question what is up? Why did they do that? And so, especially based on all the rumors, so 𝗖𝗧𝗏 coming out and saying that the Gravity is going to be early next year, which in my opinion, I think is just talking on solely AMP2, so not just in its entirety, but you also did have that Will individual who had a private showing saying that the Gravity is going to be launched next year as well. So something's up. We just don't know what. In my opinion, as I've kind of alluded to, and I've stated, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I think the whole holdup with the Gravity initially was the name, but since they got that rectified, now it is homologation. And so ultimately they did the crash testing right here through episode 11. I think that occurred sometime in August, tail end August. And essentially they probably just didn't hear back from whatever NT, whatever the association is, saying that they got the rubber stamp homologation and that they're good to go. In the past, Lucid has done PR saying, hey, we got homologation on the Air, we're good. We're good to start selling, ramping up. They haven't done that yet with the Gravity. So in my opinion, just making a educated guess, I would say that it is due to homologation. And most likely it's just the overall process of it all. Normally, if you kind of research it, it should take roughly around 3 to 5 weeks, or 3 to 8 weeks, if I remember correctly. But it's been arguably since this testing 2 months. And I think just a lot of companies, especially every company, is trying to get their rubber stamp in. A lot of EVs, a lot of just general new vehicles are out there that all need this testing. So when it comes to it, most likely there's just a backlog. So no fault of Lucid like altogether, just maybe it's the process. But still, no matter what, them taking episode 15 down is sketchy, and we've already seen in the past, especially this is how I did get initially a lot of Lucid investors hating me, because in August 2022 I started to say, hey, let's read between the lines. It shows that there is a lot of demand issues at this time. Everyone just called me saying that I was FUD and I was incorrect, but lo and behold, I was the only one saying what actually was accurate at the time. No different than this. If we read between the lines, something's not jiving with the Gravity. just we don't know yet. So maybe this is something that we could pose as a potential question, but logically a company would announce and kind of talk on that. So right now, this is the latest in rumors. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that 𝗖𝗧 for actually catching on to that. Like I said, I never actually looked at that episode 15 or anything like that. And yeah, this is why I actually do record a lot of those interviews and I put them on my channel. Same goes for, again, I'd never really caught on to do these episodes, but this is why I record a lot of this and put it on my channel, because a lot of companies, not just Lucid, remove stuff. So that way it's more, you can have it. You can always refer back to it. You guys can always see it. And yeah, so aside from that though, moving on to other data points. So 64,000 in calls, 39,000 in puts. And actually it looks like, yes, the market is pulling it back slightly. So right now, 50% of all the options being done are bearish. And of the call options that are being purchased, you do see consensus for it to be roughly around 350, and then puts more so sub $3. So a little bit more of a more downside is anticipated, and that can actually be validated through this right here, just a full breakdown of the technicals. So even looking at the ALMA, the super trend, a lot of which is signaling kind of a lower low, and it's unfortunate, especially leading into Lucid's earnings. It just I think Lucid is trying their very best, just the market is very fickle, and any company diluting, it just gets hammered down. Any company that's not really fulfilling to, I guess, Wall Street's expectations just gets hammered down. So it's just a very bad scenario. And no new analyst ratings, nothing like that. Sorry, that's NEO, so pulling over here. Yes, so last one was done 7 days ago, so nothing new in that regard. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that in the comments below. Aside from that though, right now with it at $3, or actually once this will refresh right here, but basically $3.32, it is trading between this S2 and this S1, so $3.16 is going to be the strong support. And then $3.38 is going to be the next strong resistance / target. So kind of bounce off of that general area, so we know that's a strong support. So yeah, it looks like today is going to be more of a broader bloodbath. So what's your guys' thoughts on that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And what's your viewpoint on the whole gravity scenario, if you want to call it that? Especially, like, there's been a lot of crap that's come out, right? Especially about the whole name kind of scenario, trademark name. So Lucid luckily got that rectified. There's a lot of hurdles that you have to go through just to get a vehicle out there, but it goes to show that Lucid is willing to go the yards to get it out. That's just my opinion, of course, but yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. 2 things: take advantage of this promo. It does give you 5 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000. Free is amazing, free is good, so take advantage of that. Point number 2, if you like my channel, like the Lucid content, want to support it, definitely consider joining as a member, or I do have buy signals as well, so multiple different tiers. Recommend you guys taking a look at that, both in the description below and also the comments for links. With that, appreciate all of you guys watching.